You spend 20 minutes researching a prospect. You draft the perfect introductory message, hit send, and nothing. Your messages just disappear into the void. The root cause here is how most of us approach the platform. We treat it like a digital billboard, broadcasting our services to anyone who walks by, rather than treating it like a two-way networking event where you actually have to listen. We are going to build a 15-minute daily system that targets active users and structures your outreach to prioritize engagement over volume, all without relying on spam tactics. Before you start the timer, you need two basic components in place: a completed professional profile and a clearly defined list of exactly who your ideal customer is. Moving away from erratic, high-volume broadcasting and committing to this structured daily micro-routine is the foundation for scaling your sales pipeline. Step 1 is setting a daily volume limit. To build a system you will actually stick to over the long term, the workload needs to be highly manageable. This checklist outlines your daily target ratio: 15 new connection requests, 5 meaningful comments on prospects' posts, and 5 follow-ups with existing connections. Do not use automation software to hit these numbers. Doing so risks getting your account banned entirely, and it strips away the human personalization required to actually earn a reply. Now that we have our quota, we need active targets. Open up your primary search bar and type in the job title of your ideal customer. This search menu is critical. Open your advanced filters and toggle on Posted in the past 30 days. Doing this immediately shrinks your prospect list, but the remaining users are guaranteed active. You're no longer wasting time on abandoned accounts. By ensuring your target has recently logged in and engaged with content, your mathematical probability of getting a response increases significantly. With your active targets identified, we move to the outreach itself. The strategy for this first interaction is clear. Do not sell and do not pitch in the initial connection request. This comparison illustrates the difference between an immediate request for a 15-minute demo, a pitch slap, and a proper introduction. Pitch slaps trigger automatic rejection. To get your request accepted, you need 3 elements: personalization, commonality, and a low-pressure, soft ask. First, pull a highly specific detail from that recent post you found. Mentioning an exact phrase or idea they shared proves to them that an actual human read their profile. Second, establish common ground. Point out that you operate in the exact same industry or are navigating the exact same market conditions. Blended together, it looks like this. Hi, Sarah. I really appreciated your recent post about Q3 integration challenges. We're operating in the same B2B space, and I'd love to connect and follow your updates. The singular goal of this message is to get a digital handshake. You are not trying to book a meeting right now. Once Sarah accepts your request, step away. You need to implement a strict 48-hour waiting period before sending your next message. When you do return, avoid standard check-ins. Sending a message that says, "just following up," puts the burden of conversation entirely on the prospect and halts momentum. Instead, use a low-friction question. This is where you offer a piece of relevant value and end with a highly specific question that they can answer in 10 seconds. This chat diagram shows the framework in action. If you notice they use a specific design software, you might ask, "Are you finding the new export update as clunky as my team is?" By removing the pressure of a sales pitch and asking an easy, hyper-relevant question, the prospect lowers their guard, naturally transitioning into an actual conversation. Let's review the full pipeline. You filter for users who have posted in the past 30 days. You execute 15 connections, 5 comments, and 5 follow-ups. You send a no-pitch introduction, and you wait 48 hours to ask a low-friction question. Execute this, and you will see an immediate change. Instead of collecting empty read receipts, your inbox will populate with active, two-way dialogue. Your challenge now is to run this exact 15-minute sequence every single day for the next 5 working days. Manually track your reply rates in a basic spreadsheet. You need to gather the data and prove to yourself that this formula yields responses before you attempt to scale it up. 15 minutes of consistent, targeted actions built around actual conversations will sustainably grow your sales pipeline far better than any mass blast campaign ever could.